Hey everyone, so today I'm just going to be talking about some essentials that you will need for your college dorm room, and they're unusual things because you're not going to think to bring them. You're not going to, and you might say, Jamie, these things aren't unusual. Like, I use these every day, but you're not going to think about bringing them to your college dorm room, I promise. And then you're going to have to make a trip to Walmart or Target, and you know, that can just be a nightmare, especially if you don't have a car or like a job. Like, so that's what this video is. It's going to cover like unusual things that you're not going to think of bringing before you leave home, but you're going to need while you're in college most likely. But before I get into the video, I just want to apologize for like not posting a video in such a long time. I moved back from college shortly after I posted my last video. I'm just back for the summer. I'll be going back and have an apartment in the fall. And I have some time. I've been working. I work Monday through Friday, and I've had some time to I made 2 videos and I watched them and I've been editing them, and I just don't like them, and I just couldn't bring myself to finish editing them. They just weren't what I wanted. So I'm gonna start. I have 2 lists, and there's household items and beauty items. And so I'll start with the household items first. You need bug spray. This is just some ant, roach, and spider killer bug spray. And y'all might think that is so silly, but I am being serious. I moved dorms almost halfway in the year, and in my first dorm we had huge roaches all the time, and in my second dorm we had sugar ants, and I had some of this stuff, and I had the lemon smelling kind. It wasn't, I don't know what happened to it. This is just something we have in my home. But it was basically the same thing, and I used it and I sprayed the perimeter of my bedroom, and it worked. And I just aired out my room and opened up my window and had a fan on, and just, you know, because it's very strong smelling and not good for you to breathe. But you need this. I'm being serious. Okay, I'm not gonna show these, but you need a vacuum, a mop, or a broom. I luckily had a vacuum, and I used it all the time because my hair would shed. And you know, Swiffer mop, those are really nice because you have that coarse side where you can scrub stuff off the floor and then mop it. So those are really nice. Clorox wipes. You need these before you move in. The day you move in, you want to wipe everything down with Clorox wipes. The day you move out, when you're cleaning, you want to clean it all up with Clorox wipes. And then during the year, you're not going to dust, you're not going to Windex, you're going to Clorox wipes. I'm kidding. Do not use these on a mirror because I did that and it's not a good idea. So just don't do it. Just use Windex. But this is good for everything else. Now you're going to need some Tupperware for food and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you can cook in your dorm room. I was able to cook in mine, and so I would store it in those. Or, you know, if I went out to eat or something and they gave me a huge bulky to-go box, I would put it into one of those smaller ones to put it in my mini fridge. So this is a small Brita water filter system. That was so convenient because we had ice in our dorm, but you had to go to another floor to get it, which I wasn't going to do that when I was in my pajamas and needed ice. So with this, the water was clean and it was cold. So yeah, you need to get those, and it was small enough to fit in the mini fridge. And even sometimes I just wouldn't keep it. I wouldn't use it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I'd get bottled water, but if I didn't have any room in my fridge for some reason. But usually I did have room in my fridge. Oh, my dog can see me through the window, and she's 15 years old, and she's just looking at me, and it's just so sad. I'm gonna just have to go play with her in a second. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things I took to school with me. It's a keepsake box, and I'm pretty sure it's from Hobby Lobby. My mom actually got it for me, and she put a bunch of little trinkets in there and stuff before I went to school. But yeah, if I acquired anything just throughout the year, or anything with my sorority that had little trinkets, or papers, or letters from home, or even my flash drives and stuff, I would just put them in there. It was just a good place to store them. Bookends. Yes, you need bookends. especially if you don't want to carry your textbook everywhere, like you can just set them somewhere in your dorm room, but it is so much easier if you have them like on your desk and then like bookend them together. It makes a world of a difference, I promise. Do it. Do not judge me for this calendar, first of all, but it's a Barbie calendar, but they're all like really pretty sketches, and this was a huge lifesaver for me because at the beginning of the year I just started like printing out calendars from Microsoft Publisher and like writing in or like typing in them, and it was just, I don't know, it was just kind of boring and I just don't know. So I like having a calendar, and so what I do is if I have any event that is non-sorority related or like it might be school related, I would write it in black ink. Yeah, so if it was for my sorority, I would write it in blue ink. And then if it was an internet class, I would write it in green ink. And if it was just a regular class, I would do it in purple ink. And I would just do those for like for my sorority or just like other events. It would just be like the day they happen, obviously. And then it would be due dates for my classwork. And that helped so much because it wasn't just you could just see the end of the week, you saw the entire month and you could like flip to the next month. But I usually just only updated it like every month. Yeah, and it's also nice, it's so much better than a planner because with a planner you have it, you know, folded up in your purse or in your car. I'm not saying you shouldn't use a planner because like that worked for some people, but for me, I just hardly used it and I would just like write everything down on a sticky note. So that's why I started this calendar system. And it works so well. Okay, so these are the 2 most important household items that you need for your college dorm room. And you're gonna laugh because these are very common items, but you're gonna forget them when you go to college. You need an umbrella because it's going to rain and you're not gonna have one. And you know what? Class isn't canceled when it rains. It's not like in high school where you can just like be like dropped off at the door and, you know, walk inside the entire building for your classes. No, you're going to have to go to different buildings across campus. You need an umbrella. And now, one of my favorites. Sticky notes. If you use sticky notes, you know why they're great. I keep them by my bed. Well, I did, like when I was at college. And I would just, you know, like write down, like I'd be in bed and like, oh my gosh, I forgot to, you know, print something, and then I was like, I'm not going to get out of bed and print it, so I just write it down on a sticky note and just stick it right there so I would see it. And then also if I need to make any notes or need to remember something that I didn't put on my calendar, I would just write it on this and put it on my desk. Okay, so now we're going to get into the beauty side of things. So a sleep mask would be good if you like sleep mask and like you can't sleep with a light on. I don't like sleep masks, but I can't really sleep with a light on either. I was very fortunate that I didn't like have a problem like with my roommate like leaving the light on, or like we were very considerate with like each other, like with like when we were going to sleep. And I personally have not used this. This is mine actually, and I never really use it. But I have it, you know, just in case like I just have to use it sometime. But I know someone who did use a sleep mask because their roommate was like up late studying and they needed the lights on, and it just made a huge difference for them. So I mean, they're not that expensive, so like you might want to just get one just in case, even if you don't really like them, because I mean you never know when you might need it, or like maybe your roommate will need it if you're up late studying, you know, you just never know. Dry shampoo. This is Batiste Clean and Classic Original. I personally like the Sassy and Daring, but unfortunately the Walmart in my hometown does not carry it. So, you know, but I mean it's the same formula, it just smells different, which I mean, it's still great. But oh my gosh, like I went through so many cans of this at school because I would get back late and, you know, not want to wash my hair, even though I don't wash my hair every day anyways, but you know, maybe I needed to. This like saved me. I would just spray it in my hair and go. Or usually I would spray it in my hair and like pull my hair up so it didn't look greasy. But I mean, it's great. You need this like even if you're not staying in a college dorm, like you need this dry shampoo. Okay, so I know we already talked about household bug spray, but what you need is body bug spray. And this is the Off Family Care Unscented with Aloe Vera. And you might think, I don't need bug spray, but if you're like me and you get bit by mosquitoes like all the time, even when you're not outside and you're just like, where did that come from? You need this. I use this like, you will use it. Like if you have a problem getting bit by mosquitoes, you will end up using this because there will be something where you have to be outside. I know like when I first started school, I went and played like Capture the Flag one night, and like this was useful. And then I also took an astronomy class where we had to go to a lab, and it was like out kind of in the middle of nowhere, but there were like a lot of mosquitoes. And that's actually why I bought this in the first place, is because they told us we would need it. And I ended up using it for like a lot of other things. Nail polish remover, you need it, and you're gonna forget it. And you would think you won't forget it, but you're going to, so make sure you get some. You need a jewelry caddy for your jewelry. So this would hang up like in my closet, and you can see here it's double-sided. I got this at Tuesday morning. It was like $8. A lot cheaper than a jewelry box, and you're not going to have room for any of like your chest of drawers to put this stuff, because you're not going to have room in your chest of drawers in your dorm for your stuff anyway. So especially with jewelry, like you just need a jewelry caddy. That's what I call it. Okay, so I'm sure you've already thought about this item, and you probably have thought about what's going to go in it, but you really need to think about what you're going to need. And some of the stuff might be gross, but you know what? You're going to need it. So this is my first aid box. So I'm just going to like list off some of the things that are in here and why they're in here. And I can tell you what's not in here, and it's cough drops, because I went through like 2 or 3 bags at school because I kept getting sick. So like get a lot of cough drops. Like get a lot. Okay, let's see. I have some Tums, you know, when you have tummy ache, Band-Aids, melatonin, which is it's not really a vitamin, but it's just kind of to help you like go to sleep. Carmex eye drops, stomach relief pain. Let's see, some hydrocortisone for itches. And I have some of my own personal medication in here. Vicks Vapor Rub, some petroleum jelly. I don't really know. I don't think I ever used this. Maybe like, oh, I use this on my heels. Let's see, some Sudafed. Yeah. Alright, and also in college, it's so important to take vitamins, even if you've never taken them, because your body's going to be changing and you're going to be adapting to new things, and you really should take a vitamin. You can take a multivitamin, or just like take vitamins that you need. I highly recommend vitamin C. I don't have any to show you, but I highly recommend it to help with your immune system. Really, because it's really easy to get sick and tired in college. I take B12. These are the gummies. I've taken the dissolvable ones, and I've taken B12 for a very, very, very long time because my hair will just kind of start falling out. And that sounds really weird, and it is weird. But I would just be washing my hair, and I'd look down at my hands, and my hair would just be shedding, and I didn't understand why. And like, I'm not a big fan of biotin. Like, I just don't like taking it. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, it might make my hair grow, but it doesn't make me feel any better. But the B12 works. And you also get that energy, because it is like an energy, like, support gummy. I don't know how it helps with your hair. Like, I read it on some online forums, and it works for me. So, you know, that's great. And then, any other vitamins you may need. If you walk to class, which I'm assuming you do, and even if you take a bus, you have to get in the building somehow. And especially if you wear like very thin shoes, your heels probably look awful. And mine have always looked awful, except when I use these. This is the True Blue Spa cracked heel treatment and a pumice stone, and it like has this like thing on it so you can like grab it and like use it. So I would use this, and I'd use like some kind of like scrub or something on my heels, and I haven't used it in a long time just because I kind of forgot that I had it like when I moved back home. But I used it all the time at school, and it made my heels so soft and totally worth it. Like, you need this. Like, even if your heels don't crack easily, I know you got calluses on them, girl. You need to get them. Okay, and you need a lint roller, and I have my lint roller down here, but I decided I'm not going to show you because it has lint on it, and I'm not going to, take off the sheet, and then it's going to get, it's just going to be, like, wasteful. So, but I don't want to show you it because it's gross. But you know what a lint roller is? You need one. You need one anyways. Don't forget to take it to college with you. And the last thing that I would suggest bringing to college with you is face masks. And you might think, oh, that's so, like, girly, I don't know, but I have this Lush mask of Magnum and Tea and this Mario, and you're gonna have to excuse me because I can't pronounce the last name, but it's Badescu Whiting mask. And I used both of them like pretty religiously, and I have like probably like 4 or 5 other masks that I would use too. And that is a bit excessive, but there's nothing better than going back into your room after an awful day and after studying and like piling your hair on your head and putting on your nasty t-shirt and like not wearing pants, because that's the most comfortable way to sleep. You don't have to admit it, but it's true. And putting on some Netflix, like some Gossip Girl, and putting a face mask on. That is the best thing ever. It's so relaxing and it makes your skin look so good. And so I definitely highly recommend it. So those days whenever you do have something major, you can think, oh my gosh, I'm going to go back to my dorm and put on my face mask. But thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you think of anything else unusual, unique, that you might need for college, comment down below. And like I said, these aren't like weird, like unusual things, but they're just things you're not going to think of to take with you. And I just really want to make sure that y'all like know what you need to take with you to college. I was very fortunate because I had a car and I had some like money, so I could, if I needed something, I could drive to Walmart and get it, or drive to Target or CVS. But I know a lot of people, aren't that fortunate, and their parents just like drop them off at school and they don't see them till Thanksgiving, and they don't have a car to get around. Yeah, and I just I feel so bad, and so I just want y'all to be prepared. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you should definitely like it and subscribe so you know when I upload more videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.